there's going to be people hear my gospel. They're going to say, John, what you're saying is not even in the Word of God. But what did Michael say to Daniel? Seal this up until the last time. Don't let this be known to anyone until the last time. The last time is now. When Joel said that young men would see visions in the last time. But John, the Word of God is sufficient. It's all we need. And what you're saying is not in there. I know the Word of God is sufficient. What I teach is the Word of God. It's just not in your book. You've made your book into an idol. Jesus said you go to a book because you think it has the way to life, but you don't come to me that you may have life. The Word is not in a book. It's inside of you. This is the new covenant. God said, I will write the Word in their hearts. Why? Because the world itself could not contain the amount of books it would take to write down all the works of life. Parables are being given to you in your life. God has revealed himself in what he's made so that you're without excuse. Even if you've never read the Bible, you're without excuse. For even his eternal power and Godhead is made known inside of us because we are God being revealed. But you look at your book rather than seeking the truth that is in you. The Word was made flesh. The Word is you. The reason you don't understand this is because your mind is stuck in the physical. You think that the only begotten Son, whom you call Jesus Christ, is the Word in the flesh. The only begotten Son was sent to show you who you are. You are him. He said he is the light of the world. And then he said you are the light of the world. He said all power is given to him. And then he said all power is yours. He was sent to show us who we are. You are the Word of God. The living image of God, the Mashiach of Yahuwah, the Elohim of Yahushua, the life, the Almighty, the Judge of salvation. It is you. But you've divorced yourself. Jesus said Moses gave you the law of divorce because of your own foolishness. But from the beginning it was not this way. The only reason Moses wrote them a law was to tell them that they didn't need the law. It is the law that has polluted our minds and brought us into this death. Well, John does not make the law evil? No. How would I know what sin was but by the law? I can only understand righteousness if I understand wickedness. Therefore, the law is our schoolmaster to bring us to life. We follow toward the abundance of God when we realized that we were walking in the wrong direction. We were going towards the absence of God. We were deceived and began to walk in the wrong direction when we fell asleep. And God caused a deep sleep to fall upon Adam, and he slept. Adam fell asleep, and he's not woken back up. He's still sleeping. So man lies down and rises not till the heavens be no more. They shall not awake nor be raised out of their sleep. Adam is still asleep, and you are Adam. You are being revealed to yourself through a dream. And you're not going to wake up until the heavens be no more, until this nightmare comes to an end. And God has shown you this in his creation. What happens at the most terrifying part of a dream? You wake up. What happens when you die in a dream? You wake up. God has revealed himself in everything that he's made. All thoughts are his, for no other thought can exist unless there are two thinkers, which would make two gods. But God is one. He's every thought. He's everything. This is the secret that Michael told Daniel would be sealed up until the last time. This tribulation is coming to wake us up from this nightmare. And at that time Michael will stand up, the great prince, which stands for the children of thy people. And there will be a time of trouble worse than the world has ever seen. And at that time the people will be delivered, everyone written in the book. And many of them that slept in the dust of the earth shall awake, some to reap joy and others to reap shame. What is the dust of the earth? God formed man out of the dust of the earth and breathed into his nostrils the breath of life, and man became a living soul. We are the dust of the earth. We are the dust. You are sleeping. And when you wake up, you're going to realize who you are. And if you have life, then you're going to have joy in this because you already knew. But if you forgot, then when you wake up, you're going to be in shame, knowing that if you would have realized that you were just dreaming, you would have taken control of that dream and done many great things. What do you do when you realize you're dreaming? You take control of it. What is God telling you? Why did he make you to have the ability to know when you're dreaming? Because you're in a dream. And while in this sleep, God took his rib and made a woman and brought her unto the man. Adam said, "This is now bone of my bones and flesh of my flesh. She shall be called woman, because she was taken out of man. Therefore shall a man leave his father and mother, and shall cleave unto his wife, and they shall be one flesh." You are Adam. Eve is your wife. She is your pleasure. Therefore, leave your beginning and go toward your end so you can see who you are. Yah is the character or passion. Uah is the emotion or pleasure. It is good that a man not even touch a woman. It is good for passion to not have pleasure. Though it is lawful for him to have pleasure with her, let him set himself apart for a time. Why? Because Yah is almighty. His character has patience and self-control. Being able to have pleasure, but putting it away for a time proves that he's almighty. For all things are lawful for me to do, but I will not be controlled by any. God is revealing himself in you. This is a parable. Everything in this life is a parable. It's showing you something in the spiritual. So you set yourself apart to prove that you are Yah, to prove that you have patience and self-control. And then you go back because you can have the pleasure whenever you want. The only reason you set yourself apart is to prove that you're Yah, that you're almighty. You can do this. But if you can't set yourself apart from the pleasures, then you've not proven to yourself that you're God. You're still sleeping. As soon as you set yourself apart for a time, you will prove that you are Yah, that you are almighty. So get your mind out of this physical life and set yourself in the spirit. Jesus said that these people are blind. Even in the end, they're going to be getting married in the flesh. They're going to be getting married physically because they don't get it. And because of their foolishness, they're going to be destroyed just like in the days of Noah before the flood. Jesus said it is the people of this world who get married. For in the resurrection there is no marriage. Those who are accounted worthy do not get married in this flesh. Because we're married to ourselves. And that's the whole thing. When we fell asleep, we divorced ourselves. We divorced ourselves and now we're being separated. And we're going and marrying another. We're going and marrying someone else. We're committing adultery. And this is why Jesus said, in the end, they're still going to be marrying in the flesh. They're going to be committing adultery. This is what adultery is. Adultery is separating yourself from yourself and going to another. We're all one body. We're all together. Stop divorcing yourself. Stop divorcing yourself and committing adultery and marrying another. You are God. And we are all his members. We belong to each other. For all things are yours, whether of me or another person or of the world or life or death or things that are now or things to come, all things are yours. And you are life, and life is God. So stop living in this physical. Stop living a physical life. Open your eyes to who you are. You are God being revealed. And if you don't open your eyes and see that, you're going to be destroyed. If you continue to live in this physical realm, and you continue to get married, you continue to do the things of the world, you're going to be destroyed. Because God is trying to wake you up. So he has to destroy you. He has to bring the destruction to either frighten you out of the dream or to kill you, to wake you up. He's trying to wake you up from a nightmare. And when you wake up, you're going to realize who you are. You're God. And you're going to do what God does. You're going to go out and say, let us make man in our image and after our likeness. Let us make man in our image and after our likeness. God is a mystery. When we get there, we're going to go out and give life to others. We're going to do it all over again. We're going to say, let us make man in our image, and they're going to read it. They're going to do the same things. They're going to get the gospel. We're going to put them to sleep, and we're going to show them who they are, and they're going to get up and do the same thing. God is revealed in his creation. Look at everything. Everything in this whole life that you see lives and dies. It lives and dies. Look at the bees. They have life, and then they get up and fly and go get nectar and come back and feed the young. And then they die, and then the young are raised. And it's just life given to itself over and over. It lives and it dies, it lives and it dies. Look at the trees and the fruit. The fruit lives and it dies and it brings more fruit. For unless corn falls on the ground and dies, it abides alone. But if it dies, it brings forth much fruit. We are living and dying, living and dying. We're giving life to more and bringing more into the kingdom. And this kingdom will have no end. It's an eternal mystery. It's an eternal God. We're going to keep on going. Let us make man in our image and after our likeness. Go out and let's make more. Let's make more. Let's show more people this joy, this Spirit of God, this Spirit of love that we are. It's so beautiful. Let's go give more. Because if we just stay here, we're going to abide alone. We must go back out and die and bring more in. Who of you wants to go? Which one of you wants to go show them who they are? This is what we're doing, guys. This is the secret of the kingdom. It's eternal.